Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And it's time for a positive video. Ding! There's just a rainbow, like, careening over this video. You can't see it. It's just out of frame, but, there's a leprechaun. No, it's not Hornswoggle, but he's waving at me. How you doing? Yeah. Anyway, I've compiled 10 fucking reasons why I love WWE, why I love wrestling. And, I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling empowered. I'm excited about going to Madison Square Garden to see, fucking WWE live action. In like less than a fucking month away. Anyway, at number 10, the young talent. Some young guys that are, been wrestling for a while, but guys like Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Neville, Sasha Banks, all these great fucking young wrestlers that are like wrestling circles around certain guys from years ago, certain things that they do wasn't even possible. It's rare. I know, some of them might not have the personalities of yesteryear, but they're great fucking talent. Things that Neville could do is things that Rey Mysterio couldn't even fucking dream of doing, even in his youngest years. Number 9, the network. I don't feel that enough people appreciate the network. Yes, there are problems with the network. Archive shows, sometimes there's a lot of buffering, but when it works, it's fucking awesome. They have every single Raw from 1997, 1998, and 1999. I can't wait till they get all the 2000 Raws. We have every single pay-per-view. Remember when we needed to buy DVDs and it was like $20 fucking for a DVD? And before Best Buy even existed and shit like that, and Amazon, we had to go to FYE. It was Coconuts and The Wall and shit to buy our DVDs and VHS tapes. It fucking sucked spending all that money just to watch a pay-per-view and then, putting the disc back on the shelf and not watching it for another couple of months. But now we got like fucking everything on there. And how awesome is it just to pay $10 a month? Even if the pay-per-view sucks, still, you didn't pay a lot to see it. You are paying over $100 a year for it, but when you look at it, $10 a month, it doesn't look that bad. That's like a fucking cell phone bill for a lot of people, or a cable bill. What they spend a whole year on the network. So it's pretty affordable, and I like it. It's great going back and watching all the old shit. Number 8, the rich history of the WWE, WWF. Something that TNA can never obtain. And all those indie promotions. Rich history. All the Bruno Sammartino and Hulk Hogan matches. All the WrestleManias. That's all WWE. WWE is responsible for the Macho Man and all these fucking legends and shit. Yes, there's the NWA and WCW, but the WWE is the top dog. And they're the ones that won in the end. And they got all that fucking great history. Ricky Steamboat and the Macho Man. Stone Cold and The Rock. All these great fucking moments. Hell in a Cell. All shit that other promotions tried to rip off and tried to do better. WCW tried to emulate Hell in a Cell by doing a triple-decker cage. And it didn't stack up. So it was great history. WWE has the richest history, all the TLC matches. You just think about it, it's endless. I'm just giving a couple of examples, but you could make a fucking 20-hour video just talking about this shit and all your favorite moments. Number 7, the Attitude Era, my favorite era of all time. Many people say that the 80s was the best, but the Attitude Era produced the best characters. And Vince McMahon is one of the best characters that there was during that time. Stone Cold, The Rock, Mick Foley, Val Venus, The Undertaker, all these great characters. You know, everybody had their own unique look. Kane had his mask, Undertaker with his cloak, Stone Cold with that intimidating stare, The Rock with the sideburns and the people's eyebrow, Mankind with the mask, and the fucking tie and shirt. Everybody was identifiable. Not like now, everybody just wears tights and looks the same, basically. But, the Attitude Era was the best era. I mean, everything. Great characters, great matches, unforgettable moments and promos. It had it all. And, you can never forget that even if the product isn't that amazing nowadays, you can't forget that they gave us that. And we should be appreciative that they gave us that at all. And number 6, great comedy. We saw a great comedy skit on Raw. But there's so many humorous moments throughout WWE history. Even some hilarious moments took place in great matches, like the halftime heat match between The Rock and Mankind. You've got the "This Is Your Life" segment. All these great, funny moments that took place in WWE's history. Better than a lot of skits on SNL. 10 times better than any current SNL skits, or, funnier than a lot of comedy movies. Some comedy movies totally suck, but WWE has a lot of great comedy that will actually make you laugh. And remember the promo when they were singing Margaritaville between Stone Cold and The Rock, and when he first started doing what? Remember how hilarious that was? Or McMahon saying, "Life sucks and then you die." Remember all that shit? Or McMahon's reaction when Stacy Keibler put her legs on his shoulders when she was auditioning for personal assistant. All those great fucking moments. It's all that great fucking comedy that they did. And number 5, great matches. Even today, we still get great matches. Even some people like to pretend that we don't get good matches. We get a lot of fucking good matches. We had a great match at SummerSlam. We have great matches all the time in NXT, like Sasha Banks and Bayley. The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar was another great match. So, a lot of people want to pretend that WWE hasn't put on a great match in years. That's a fucking lie. They have great matches all the time. Even Cena's had great matches with Kevin Owens, for God's sakes, and Cesaro, and WWE, when they put on a good match, they put on a good match, and they know how to put on a good match. Once they do it, it's amazing, and we all end up loving it, even if we pretend that we don't. At number 4, Naomi and Lana's asses. Hot fucking asses. Yeah. Some pretty attractive women. So, we still got that. And number 3, Seth Rollins is champ. He's a deserving champ. I don't care what anybody says. I like him on the mic. Seth Rollins is like the only guy that tries to perform verbally. Maybe Kevin Owens is the only exception. But he's a guy that worked hard. He's very athletic, and he puts a lot of effort into everything he does. Just look at his match against Cena at SummerSlam. The guy was doing like fucking 40 moves in the span of 5 minutes. He's fucking incredible, and he deserves to be champ. Even if he is being booked like shit, I still love him. And number 2, the live events. Going to a live event is just, I know when WWE says that a lot of people just think it's a marketing ploy. There's nothing like seeing the WWE live. Well, it is fucking true. Nothing does compare to it. If you get a good crowd like here in New York, it's fucking amazing, and it's really incredible to be a part of it. And, I haven't gone to a show in a long time. Since they had the Barclays Raw where RVD returned in 2013, that was the last one I went to. And that was you know, that was 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. So I'm excited to go back again, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and you know, all the chanting and stuff, and sometimes the crowd is hilarious. We chant random shit. So if you've never experienced a WWE live, it's still great to see a live show, even if the show isn't even that great. It's still fun being a part of the crowd. And at number one, it's a fun escape. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Even if it does suck, I'm not a sports fan. I don't watch football, don't watch baseball, don't watch basketball, don't watch any of that fucking shit. So I like to have something to follow that isn't just, you know, a fucking show, The Walking Dead, for example, or something like that. You know, I like to have something that's kind of like sports, not exactly like sports, but something that you can follow that, you know, is continuous and ongoing, you know, sort of like sports. Sports never stops. When one sport ends, another one starts up. So, you know, following wrestling is a big part of my life, and you know, if I end up like missing any part of Raw, I'm very neurotic about it. I want to see it all. It's just, you know, I've been watching for so long. That's how it is. And you know, you're at work, you're having a shitty day, you come home and you watch wrestling, and it's so much different than anything else that's on TV. So, you know, even though a lot of the Raws suck, it's still enjoyable sitting down and watching the show. That's just how it is. You know, call me a weirdo, call me being out of my mind or a fucking idiot. But, you know, I just really love just sitting down and watching wrestling. And whether it's, you know, the new Raw, you know, on Monday, or it's, you know, fucking old episode of Raw on the network, you know, watching wrestling, it relaxes me, you know, which it might not make sense to a lot of people because it's violent, but it just is. There's something very soothing to my soul about watching professional wrestling. It's just something I like, something I'm passionate about, and something I really enjoy. And if, you know, people have a problem with that, then fuck them. I don't really fucking care. But, yeah, it's a fun escape, and that is the best part about fucking wrestling and why I love it. So there you go, motherfuckers. This has been a positive video. Try to keep the negativity to a minimum. And, yeah, those are my true opinions there, motherfuckers. So here you go.